morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Ayush, and I am alongside my colleague Rahul. Today, we are going to understand the concept of conceptual blending.
That's right. Conceptual blending is a cognitive process that plays a crucial role in how we generate new ideas and make sense of the world around us.
The concept of conceptual blending was introduced by Fauconnier and Turner. Together, by combining parts of conceptual metaphor theory and mental space theory, they constructed what is called as an integration network. An integration network consists of input spaces which are linked by a mapping, while the conceptual units involved in the network are mental spaces rather than domain. The input spaces are linked through the means of a generic space which represent the attributes that are common to both the input spaces. And finally, it consists of a blended space which takes selective information from the input spaces and adds more structure to it. The blend gives rise to emergent properties. For example, in the sentence, that surgeon is a butcher, it is used to denote incompetence, even though both surgery and butchering require high level of expertise. This negative connotation cannot be accounted for by the conceptual metaphor theory. The blended space, however, captures the mismatch between the goal and the means and derives the emergent property of incompetence.
The connectors used in the networks are referred to a vital relation. It is a link that matches two counterparts elements in the input spaces. Outer spaces vital relation gave rise to a compression. Compression is when the distance between the counterparts has been reduced, such as by the scaling. The example here compresses the narrator's life to a few notable events. Let us understand conceptual blending with the help of some mainstream examples.
What line of work are you in?
Waste management consultant.
You said you were in waste management.
The environment.
Dr. Cusimano, besides being your family physician, is also your next-door neighbor. See what I'm saying? I don't know what happened with this fellow. I'm just saying.
Nothing. We had coffee.
So you had coffee.
Right.
Here, we can see that there are two input spaces. One is of waste management profession, as claimed by Tony Soprano, and the other is of the drug mafia business, of which Tony Soprano was part. The generic space draws common attributes such as agent, profession, work ethics, and goal. The blended space gives us the meaning that the talk, which is referred to by Tony Soprano, is actually a physical fight with the person that is referred to by the Tony Soprano. And this is understood in the scene by the therapist Dr. Melfi as well. In this scene, the outer space vital relation of the action talk leads to a compression of the entire process of physical threat that underwent between Tony Soprano and the victim involved.
Chemistry is, well, technically, chemistry is the study of matter. But I prefer to see it as the study of change.
In this scene, the two input spaces are of literal matter and Walter's future life. Both has a generic space of change. As the matter continues to take part in the change, so does Walter's life after he gets diagnosed with cancer and then undergoes change in his career for a chemistry teacher to a drug lord, and also experience changes in his social relationship, just like how the molecule changes their partner in chemical reaction. In the blended space, this creates a meaning that Walter White's action were consequences of the rule of nature and that he did not have a choice.
Keeper. As for me, I'm just a lowly House Majority Whip. I keep things moving in a Congress choked by pettiness and lassitude. My job is to clear the pipes and keep the sludge moving. But I won't have to be a plumber much longer. I've done my time. I've backed the right man. Give and take. Welcome to Washington.
The two input spaces in this scene are that of a craftsman and of a politician. The generic space contains agent, action, instrument, and patient. In the political input space, the whip motivates party members to act according to the party politics by persuading or by gently threatening. In the craftsman input space, the plumber makes room in the pipes for the sewage to flow by using the necessary tools. The blended space, which conceptualizes the political position figuratively entitled with as an undesirable job that includes unpleasant and unsavory activities such as threatening, with the aim of keeping the system running. Obstruction in politics or sewage disposal by means of narrowed passages are particularly foregrounded by the works moving and choked, as well as by the noun pipes. Thus, the highly intellectual profession of a leading politician is compared with the physical job of a craftsman, which already hints at Frank's hidden criminal agenda. In order to achieve his political goals, he will not refrain from getting his hands metaphorically dirty, as in like a manual worker. And this is later demonstrated by him poisoning his former mentee, Peter Rousseau, with carbon monoxide.
While so far we have only seen blends with 4 input spaces, there could actually be more spaces and blends can be further blended. To demonstrate that, consider the example of Grim Reaper.
In this example, the input space depth is itself a blend of human depth space and agency space, giving rise to a metaphor, death as agent.
To conclude our presentation, we discussed what conceptual blending theory is, what is the vital relation and compression, explored the mainstream examples of conceptual blending theory, understood how blends can also be further blended. Thank you.